I love my intro. I love my intro. I love my intro. It just makes me so happy. It just reminds me of like joy and that gold and that yellow just lifts your whole like like make you smile. Like, bruh, I pat myself on the back on that one. That was pretty dope. That was pretty
It's
dope.
pretty good.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, thank you. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for rocking with the dumping ground. We appreciate you. Like I said, we've been knowing each other for a minute.
I want to say like 2007 maybe.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You was pregnant. You were no, you wasn't even pregnant with your first baby. Um,
Almost.
you were almost pregnant with your first baby, and I remember us having you a baby shower for
Mhm.
your first baby and all that stuff. So we're so excited to have you. So again,
Thank
thank
you
you so
for
much
having
for
me.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for rocking with the dumping ground. Just a little bit about us. We're about celebrating your wins, appreciating each other, patting each other on the back, inspiring each other to do great things, and I know that you're doing great things. I stalk you on social media. You probably like, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this girl. Be coming after me every month to do this thing, but I just think, you doing something special, right? And we
Thank
talked
you.
about a little bit in the green room about cooking and I mean baking cake. I mean, that's a science, and it takes a special person to bake. I mean, like, I'm trying to tell you, that's not your girl's gift. You know what I'm saying? And everybody doesn't have that gift to bake. And like I said, I'll see a recipe for, like, I watch a bunch of cooking shows, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try that, and they'd be like three fourths stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, I want more. So I know for baking that's not gonna work, right? We talked about that. So I'm excited to have you here again, Danielle. It's so cool to see your evolution, your growth. I mean, starting off, I think at that time, 2007, we both didn't know what we were doing, how we were doing it. We were just doing it,
We
right?
were just going with the flow.
And it's just so cool again to see how you are evolved. You are a mother, and the cool thing, I salute mothers who has a bonus kid that embrace them as their own. That is the most amazing thing to me. You are special type of person who has a bonus and incorporate them into your family. That is so
Mhm.
cool for families to be able to have that opportunity to do that. So that's you as well. You are author. You were I didn't some of this stuff I was like, what? I mean, all I see is the bacon. You know what I'm saying? And seeing you grow and blossom again, it's an honor to have you. We appreciate you here spending your time with us on Tuesday, just kind of dropping some gems for people. We're in a place right now where people are really hurting, with the
Yeah.
economy. Things are going around, and we just need a footprint of something to just celebrate our wins and encourage each other and lift each other up. So, of course, you're our special guest to do that. So, tell us a little
Thank
bit
you.
about. I mean, I tried to do your little intro, but maybe I missed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, kind of tell us a little bit more, or did I hit it on the head?
You hit it on the head, but I'll speak to it. So I am a mother of three, two of my own. I have she's actually about to be 16 this summer. And then I have a 4-year old, and my stepdaughter, she's going to be 21 this summer too.
Wow.
Um, she's actually getting ready to graduate from North Carolina A&T in a couple weeks. She graduated a whole year early, so that's pretty dope. She's
Yeah.
very, very, very smart. Like, she has a really bright future ahead.
Oh, nice.
Um, I am an author as well. I wrote my first book in 2014. Love that. And I still write to this day. Like, if you go through all of my notebooks, it's probably like five more books in there that I just haven't put enough attention to kind of bring that to the people. But I enjoy writing. I love spending time with my family. I live in the kitchen.
Yes, you do.
I'm a baker, but I also love to cook. And
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I never would have imagined that I would be a baker. Like, I've always admired people who could, make the fancy cakes, but it was never me saying, "Oh, I can do that." So when COVID hit, COVID was a sad time for a lot of people.
Mhm.
People
Yes.
lost a lot of people close to them. They also lost jobs. But, on a good side, it was kind of a blessing for some people. And for
Mhm.
me, that's how I got involved with baking. I got really bored. I was pregnant. I was afraid to go out because I didn't want to get COVID and then, lose my baby. It was just a lot of fear in me, but I could not take another day staring at these walls in my house. So the very first cake I made was a pound cake and it came
Okay.
out really good.
Okay.
So I said, okay, well, let me try something else. So that came out really good. And eventually I was like, Mom, because my parents, they don't live that far from me. I said, why don't y'all stop over here? I'll leave some cake on the porch for you. Let me know how you like it. And they really enjoyed it. So I was like, let me try some more flavors. Started the flavors. All the flavors was good. So I said, well, let me try if I can decorate. Now, I ain't gonna lie, them first few decorative cakes, they was ugly. They was ugly. I laugh to this day. Like, I'll pull up some of my first cakes and compare them to where I am now. And it's just amazing to see how I've grown in that process. But yeah, those are my
Man.
favorite things to do. Yeah.
So you were just bored. Do your mom bake? Do your mom bake or anything like that? Or are you the only one in the family
No.
that bakes like to this
I'm the
magnitude?
well, my aunt, she bakes, she'll make like a red velvet cake, and every now and then she'll make a sakatumi cake. My grandmother, when she was alive, she used to make like breads, like monkey
Mhm.
bread or like raisin bread, stuff like that. But none of that ever put in me, oh, I want to learn how to do that. I was like, I ain't coming in the kitchen. Mm-mm. I'm fine. I'll eat it when you're done, but I don't want to learn how to do it.
Oh my gosh. And you just took a chance, stepped out on
I
faith,
just, hmm
and now
I
you out
did.
here.
And it's amazing because even to this day, sometimes I'll be like, dang, you're not as good as you want to be. But then I'll
Mm,
turn around, I'll pull it back in and be like, yes, you are. Look at where
mhm,
you started. Because you
mhm.
never thought this was something that you would be doing.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Well, listen, you didn't said a mouthful about that. Um, where you started and where you are now. That's the part that we were talking about: strategizing, creating a vision, and creating faith, and stepping out. Shelly is saying, "Love this stepping out on faith." Like we talked about what does success look like to you, and I mean you basically I mean just hit the definition of I see your face there. Like when I look at when I look at I stalk your page for the cakes. I'm sorry. It is like this sounds really bad, but it's the truth. You have from okay. So when I know I purchased a red velvet cake from you for my
Mhm.
birthday, and I just my whole family was just but they were just like, "Yo, who is this girl baking this cake?" Right? It's beautiful, all that stuff, right? But that was like a whole 2 years ago, maybe 2 years, 1 2 years ago, and
Mhm.
now that I see you now, like you are like layering it up. Did you make a wedding cake? Like, I mean, like I've been seeing you do a lot of things.
So I haven't done a wedding cake, but I really want to. I have done two sweet 16 birthday cakes, and they were just as big as a wedding cake.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was like about to tap out. I was like, this is a
Oh
lot. This is a lot. But once I got through it step by step, it did take some time. But I was like, this is amazing. Like, you did that, Danielle. You did that.
You, Danielle, you that cake. Well, I thought they were wedding cakes because they were like layered cakes. They were like, like a normal 16-year-old. It
Mm-hmm.
was like I thought it was somebody's wedding cake. I was like, this girl out here making wedding cakes, girl. I was like, dang. I mean, it was just. I promise you, and it is no cap. I'm literally like. I would have, I mean, like I said, I purchased a cake from you. I know the cake was good. So I can imagine 2 years now, me get a cake, it was already moist, all that stuff. I can imagine you have perfected the gift because you have
Yes.
so much practice from other people and you see their comments and they're like, thank you for
Mm-hmm.
the comments are, girl, they are so excited. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, you are the epitome of their success of you stepping out on faith. And again, we
Yeah.
talk about people need to see that it just takes a start and having faith. I mean, it may not come out like you said. You may start off maybe a little rough, right? But and
Yeah.
keep it up and be consistent, then
Mm-hmm.
you'll get to see the finished product. So
Absolutely.
so you basically leveraging your faith right now because how many orders do you got for the month of for graduation, girl?
So graduation, I have four graduation orders right now. I'm just looking at my calendar. Last year I had too many. I couldn't count.
Oh my gosh.
But I would say I average anywhere from like 18 to like 30 cakes a month.
And you have a corporate job, bro. You is not this is not like this is your 100% all you do. You got a real
I got a
corporate
regular
job.
job. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
would say I'm up. Like it's a lot of nights I'm up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, but I got to get it done. And I might be tired a little bit the next day, but it's worth it. Like I'm doing something that I enjoy. I'm getting better at it with each cake. So I mean, I don't mind. Like, hey, I'll sleep when I die. That's how I think of it.
oh my
You only
God.
get one life to live.
So my question is for you. Would you I asked another girl that she cooks, she bakes too. She cooks. Would you ever want to go onto Food Network, the cake off thing? Would you ever want to do because every springtime or East,
Hmm.
summertime or something, they're always doing like the bake offs or anything cool like that. Would you do that? I can see you doing that.
So I have had a lot of friends ask me if I would do that. My best friend, she has actually said, I'm going to just submit you. I ain't even going to tell you, I'm going to submit you. And my natural personality would shy me away from that. But as I continue to grow, on my journey, I think it would be something that I would like to try just
Mhm.
to see. Like, I wouldn't go in with an expectation, it would just be something to try, something that I never would have thought I would be doing 20 years ago. So I would be open to it. What I would do, I have no idea.
And yeah, you ain't see yourself doing this 4 or 5 years ago, and look at you
I
now.
didn't.
You just stepped out on faith. I mean, was you just bored and watching TikToks and just decide I'm gonna get up and bake?
So I don't even have TikTok. I got Facebook and Instagram. I can't do too much social media. But I mean, like I said, like being pregnant during the pandemic, and I was pregnant in the beginning when they really didn't have a lot of information about it. All you
Mhm,
saw were,
mhm.
X amount of people have lost their life from COVID
Yeah.
now.
Mhm,
I was
mhm.
really afraid. for my youngest, I did IVF, and I did IVF
Mhm.
for 2 years.
Yeah.
IVF is it's expensive.
Hard. And it's
So
hard.
it was just, yeah, it's hard, it's emotionally straining. Um, when I would go to the grocery store while I was pregnant, I would go as soon as the grocery store opened so I could get in and get out and be back home where I'm safe.
Yes.
And it was like that was the only time I got to breathe fresh air, see the sunshine, let it hit my skin. And I was just like, I cannot stay in this house no more. I ain't have no more books to read. After a while, there was nothing on Netflix. I was like, I'm going down there and I'm about to bake. I don't know what I'm about to bake, but I'm just about to bake. And the pound cake was the first thing that I baked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So what's your best seller? What's your top
so
repeating customer deal come back for?
I sell my red velvet the most.
Hmm.
I would say my lemon velvet is next, and then my vanilla is after
Wow. And you just
that.
you just started from pound cake.
Started from the bottom. Started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Averaging 30 cakes a month on top of
Mhm.
two girls, right?
Yep.
A husband, a whole corporate job. It's like, girl, like, what the world? You know what it that means you are so organized
I
to be
am.
able to manage all of that.
Yeah, I have to be because, like, I have to pre plan for all of my orders. That's why I typically ask people to give me at least a week. And it's not that I need a week to get my ingredients and figure out how I'm going to design the cake. It's so that I can manage everything else so that nothing falls out of place. So, yeah, I'm definitely organized.
Danielle, so listen, switching gears. You say you wrote a
Uh-huh.
book in 2014. What
Mhm.
was that book about?
So, this book was about it's about a woman who was in love with two different people,
Mm.
one of which was married. So there's ins and outs, there's twists and turns to it, but I specifically ended the book to leave my readers on, oh my God, what happens next? I did that on purpose, right? In 2014, because I had
Bruh, it's
intentions.
2025. When you gonna get the other portion?
Well, listen, okay, so this is what happened. I intended to have the part two because I already started writing the part two. That was supposed to come out at least a year or two later. I met my husband during that time. I wouldn't study nothing but being with my boo all the time, hoping eventually he was going to give me a ring. And he
Yeah,
did. Then we
yeah.
got married. Then we
Right.
started traveling. So it just got swept in the background. I
Gotcha.
intend to bring it back out. I mean, I'm only 100 years late, but I do want to because writing is also a part of it's peaceful for me. I mean,
Hmm.
like I said, if you go through my stuff, I have several books that I've started and I just haven't finished. So when I wrote, I did self publishing with that
Yeah.
first book. I wanted to
Mhm.
see what the response would be like, and it was really good. It was kind of overwhelming as an introvert. It was kind of overwhelming to get the feedback face to face, but I was excited that so many people enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do this. And I
Bruh,
started
it is
something else.
2025. Please give the people the other portion of the book. I mean, I know you
I
making I
know.
know you making cakes. I know you work in corporate. Bruh,
I got to
2025.
get it together. I
Come
got to
on
get
now.
it together.
Listen, I just had to give you that one because I was like, this should just say 2014. Oh my God.
2014. Yeah, 2014. I
I'm
mean,
not judging. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I
life
promise.
happens. What can I say?
Hey, you are absolutely correct. And the good thing now you could cook. You could write a cookbook with your cakes. I mean, you got the data to do that now. You know
I
what I'm saying?
could.
You
I
know.
could.
You
Yeah.
know. So you just adding on the data on top of data to expand your broaden your
Yeah.
horizon. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So man, so tell us a win. Tell us a good win so we can celebrate you. Like we know this win that you're gonna
Hmm.
finish this book. Woohoo! Okay, so
I would say the biggest win for me outside of being a mother was that book because it's
yeah.
something I've wanted to do since high school. I wrote books in high school, but the problem was in high school, I would let my friends read as I wrote. Then people
Mm-hmm.
started losing my little notebook and stuff like that. So that was a really big win for me then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say present day, just the success of my bakery per se. I bake all
Mm-hmm.
my cakes at home, but I took off and I just never ever would have imagined that I could say that about myself. Because and I'll say I've never felt like I knew what I wanted to do in life. I think I'm more of a creative. Um so when I found something and realized that I was good at it and stuck with it as opposed to putting it on the bookshelf, it was just like, wow. I mean, I'm still excited about it to this day. It's exciting. I do hope my kids want to wear my shoes, but my children probably will not.
That baby girl Jade, ooh, she is something special. Jade is something special, girl. She's
She
something.
is.
She is
She been here before.
that girl name perfectly fits her. You know what I'm saying? She is something special. And I think, with the baking for you, we talked about this today, finding your passion and making your passion
Hmm.
your purpose.
Yeah.
And you found your passion. And it's probably
Yeah.
your quiet place. You don't have to deal, it's just you and your thoughts and how
Hmm.
you want to
It's like tunnel
create.
vision.
You know what I'm saying? I can, see you just in your own zone and just focusing on the objective. And your
Yeah.
objective is to make sure that you present this to this customer in excellence. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, my nephew, he is a red velvet fanatic. And he was like, Auntie, where you get this from? And I was like, my birthday, Papa, my
I'm
birthday.
so glad.
You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely have to get, I definitely got to get another one. And sheesh, you know what I'm saying? Support your business. And so tell people if
Thank
they
you.
wanna like order, like what's your process? How do they connect with you? And
Oh
also
yeah.
what's the name of your business again? I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
So it's my daughter, my oldest, actually named it. It's called Danielle's Cakery Bakery, and Cakery
Oh,
Bakery is IE. So that's my Instagram page. It's Danielle's Cakery Bakery. So I usually take orders that way. People DM me, or if they have my contact number, they'll send me an order by text. And by the grace of God, I'm getting business through word of mouth. I have really good customers who really enjoy, and they're repeat customers. So, but yeah, that's how people can reach out and get one of these good cakes.
I so, Danielle, I'll be like 300 pounds. I'm just gonna tell you for sure. Like I don't even like, I'm just trying to tell you, I wouldn't be able to function. You know what I'm saying? You know how
Girl,
I'm a chef, and girl, I would be like huge, because
everybody need cake.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna have to make a little side one, a little bit of baby one for me. You know what I'm saying? So, every order. Oh, I need to taste this and make sure this good. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. I ain't gonna lie. When I started out, I would taste every single cake I made, and I did put on some weight. I stopped, but
Oh my God. You got to
I
be
had to make sure they taste good. Yeah,
you got to be that's a disciplined situation to be able
it
to
is.
bake something that's gonna make your whole house just saturate with
Yeah.
goodness and you just be resistant. That is discipline. You understand what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
especially when you make that cream cheese icing. What? You tell me I can't taste it? Girl, no, ma'am. No, girl.
Girl, it took me some time to be disciplined because I wasn't in the beginning, and I'm paying
That
for it
is
now.
that is discipline to be able to be like I'm restraining and I know it's good. I see the ingredients coming together. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I salute you for being
Yeah.
disciplined. That is something special. So I listen. So Danielle's Cakery Bakery, you said that is on your
Hmm.
Instagram, and they can DM you.
Instagram. Yep.
And are you
Hmm.
you're melon cakes now, right?
I have mailed a cake to Phoenix, Arizona, and I have mailed one to Texas and South Carolina.
You are
Now
mailing.
it gets pricey. The shipping gets pricey, but they
You are
loved it.
you when you mail it, you are official. When you mail a cake, you are official. You have really made it to your
I
destination.
think we froze.
Oh no! You can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
That's what I said. When you mail a cake, you official.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back for anybody to want one of my cakes that bad that they want it mailed. It feels good. It really does feel good. And the cakes be intact, like nothing happens. I remember one customer, I did her a strawberry cake, and she said she could smell how good the cake was in the box. So, yeah, she enjoyed
Danielle,
it.
like I said, I already know. I experienced your cakes, and I know it's amazing. So I'm excited for your continuous success. Like I said, you stepped out on faith. You encouraging people, and you are the definition of success. You just did a try and error
I
to see,
appreciate that.
you just did a trial and error, and look where you at. You know what I'm saying? And you did give up. You didn't
Yeah,
give up. You didn't give up. So
I
I got
appreciate that.
I stalked you, and then I wore like what was Steve Urkel, how he used to wear Laura down on Family
Myron.
Guy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Laura.
yeah, I wore you down. I wore you down till you said yes.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
glad you did.
I'm excited for you, man. Keep doing this. Keep you know making people happy because cakes makes people happy. They celebratory moments in their lives, and you get to help bring joy to celebratory, even sad moments, right? You know what I'm saying? Grieving,
Yeah.
or you're able to bring
Mhm.
people together with your Danielle Cakery Bakery. I mean, I think that's pretty dope. Tell your baby girl she did good with the name as well. And so
I will.
again, tell everybody where they can find you. And do you have any final remarks?
So I can be reached at Danielle's Cakery Bakery on IG. You can also find me on Facebook under Danielle Ross. I take orders that way too. But I just want to say, pray on whatever your passion is, even if it's something that just came to you last night, pray on it every day, put effort into performing, and just keep with it.
That's
Sky's
it.
the limit.
Yeah. The sky's the limit and consistency is the key, so
That's right.
again, I'm excited. I still stalk you, and I will continue to stalk you, and I will be putting in my order. Let me see. I love strawberry. Strawberry is my favorite. So when you said that lady
Mhm.
said strawberries, she could smell the strawberry through the box. That's all I was like,
Whenever you're ready.
I know, right? I don't. You don't have to mail mine. I'll come pick mine up.
I got you covered. Whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Definitely. Well, again, Danielle, thank you so much for joining the Dumping Ground platform. We appreciate you. We'll be checking back in with you about 9 months to kind of see your growth and get with you with a bunch of other business owners who have this thing growth and been on the show, and we iron sharpens iron. We can make each other great. That's the purpose of this platform, is to
Yes.
strive to keep each other motivated in this thing called life. And our goal, our quote
That's right.
is progress over perfection. It takes
I
progress.
love
It's not
it.
about, it's not about being perfect. It's just progress every day, one step foot forward toward the goal that you're trying to do, and celebrate each win, each step as you get there.
Each
So
women.
we will be
Hmm.
keeping our
I
eyes
agree.
on you. We'll keep our eyes on you. I'll still stalk you. And we wish you nothing but
I don't
continued.
mind.
I know, right? And I
Thank
wish you
you
nothing but
so, so
you
much.
are so welcome. And um, this, like I said, this is live on Instagram, live on Facebook, live on my YouTube channel. It's also going to be available tomorrow on all podcast outlets. So you are more than welcome to tell your people who bakes cakes and buy cakes for you that they can come and check you out, and continue to support you, and support our platform too. So thank you so much. We appreciate
Yes,
you sharing your
ma'am.
time with us. Mwah!
Thank
Thank
you. Take
you.
care. Talk to
Bye.
you soon.
Okay, honey.
Bye.
Bye.